Hey guys, Corey here. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at using Electro Dragons to annihilate bases at Town Hall 13. We're going to kick it off. I'm going to do a live Legends attack with E-Dragons so you guys can see if I know what I'm talking about or not. And then we're going to break down two attacks in extreme detail to help you guys figure out how, when, and where to use Electro Dragons. Alright, going to try and find a base for E-Dragons. Well, I'll take whatever base they give me. I got a Yeti Bomb with a Blimp as well. I'm going to have to change my Warden to air before I forget. Now we can look at this base. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Look at those sweepers both pointing, like, the wrong direction. Oh, man, that just could not be any better for me at all. That's fantastic. I like that a lot. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to get my king down over here, away from the crew. I think I can actually get that baby dragon right there. Not have anything target it while it's tanking that. Now I need to get my queen going on the other side. Trying to cut in this funnel for the Electro Dragons. And then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use that blimp on the backside. Try and come in towards that town hall. I don't know. We're going to find out. Get loons down. Electro Dragons in. Warden. Alright, and I'm going to get these guys frozen and start freezing some value. Alright, we do have a mixed CC, so I'm going to be poisoning that. Oh yeah, we need to get all this stuff raged up. Then we're going to send in that along with the blimp. I'm going to get another freeze on this backside. There we go. Oh, look at that blimp value. Oh, Yeti Bomb's coming in. Town Hall's going down. Grand Warden for everything. Come on, baby. There we go. I got one more freeze. I got a couple minions. I still got my Royal Champion ability. Oh, I gotta freeze that. Oh, is it too late? It might have been too late. Come on. All right, Royal Champion ability. Boom, 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 boom. I got a couple Yetis in there. Oh, they're taking that single. Yeah, baby. Got it. All right. So no real plan. It was Legends attack on the fly, but man, got it done. I like it. I like it a lot. Gonna swag that queen ability. Not gonna be needing that. Double check the map. Make sure there's no outlier buildings I'm forgetting before I drop this last archer. And that is money. Oh man, got this done in under 2 minutes as well. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're going to take an in-depth look at planning out and then executing your own Electro Dragon attacks. First, we're going to take a look at this base right here, and let's identify some things about it that are going to make it good for Electro Dragons. First of all, we got both sweepers essentially pointing in the same direction. Now, that means if you come up from this side up here or in from this side up here, you're not going to have to fight those sweepers, which is great. But one of the negatives is that if you come in from that direction, you're going to have to end on the Town Hall. But as you can see, the attacker is going to solve that by bringing in a Yeti Bomb inside that blimp to take out the Town Hall nice and early. Got a couple loons, not only to take out these Teslas, but also to tank these defenses right here, tank the Teslas, tank the Warden platform, tank these Archer towers, just to make sure that this blimp makes it all the way into the Town Hall and get that Town Hall down. Now, next, we got to look for some freeze value within this base, because you're going to want to get some high value defenses frozen inside the base, but you're going to want to freeze as many of those defenses as possible at the same time. Now, air defenses right here, good value, but only really if you can get some extra value with them. So right here, you can get an air defense and a multi-target Inferno with the same freeze. That's not too bad a value. Now, next thing that's super dangerous is going to be these scatter shots. Very, very dangerous. And if you look at the spacing, you can grab a scatter shot and a multi-target Inferno from right here. On the other side, also, you can grab a scatter shot and a multi-target Inferno with the same freeze. So watch what the attacker's going to do with this. Those are just the things that we look for before even planning this attack, before you even go into it. So look at that. Yeti Bomb coming in down from the bottom. Town Hall right there. Going to take out that Town Hall nice and early. Now, instead of your E-Dragons having to end on it, it's going to be down before those E-Dragons even start. Now, I want to mention these Ice Golems, because one of the reasons E-Drags are making a comeback at Town Hall 13 right now is the fact that a lot of time people are running Ice Golems or Hounds in CCs, and E-Dragons can really take advantage of that, but your Yeti Bomb is going to pull them. To deal with that, the attacker's using this Archer to draw those Yetis out there, out of the way of his Electro Dragons. If you would have used maybe a couple more archers, they would have stayed out of the way even longer. Now, after they are already drawn to that archer, then he's going to place his queen down. Queen's job is to take out this section of the base, cutting in a funnel. Now, if the attacker's lucky with her ability, she might be able to take out this air defense right here as well. King's job is going to be to come down this side, get rid of these outside buildings so that the E-Dragons can come right in through here, raged up, freezing the high-value defenses, and not have to fight those sweepers. Here we go. Queen's doing her thing. Got an Electro Dragon up there as well, just kind of trying to force the queen to go to the right, get her funnel established, because if she wraps around to the left, she's not getting enough value. A lot of those E-Dragons are going to be lost halfway through the raid to the outside of the base. King's making his path over on the left-hand side, a wizard to help him, keep him a little bit closer to that wall, getting rid of the proper buildings. Queen ability there is able to take out the Royal Champion. Now, speaking of Royal Champions, you can get very creative with Royal Champions, using them at the beginning of attacks to take out specific targets like air defenses, or using them with the main portion of the attack is not as effective because none of those E-Dragons are going to be tanking any of the ground defenses, but you can use them on the backside to get whatever the E-Dragons have left behind very easily as well. Now, we had a freeze down on that air defense and that multi and that queen. E-Dragons get through it with the rage. Unfortunately, look at these ice golems. They got through with those archers and they came back into the base, so his E-Dragons are going to be frozen by them. Look at those freeze placements though, just like we talked about, freezing a multi and a scatter shot. The scatter shot is the more dangerous of the two, but the multi, they're able to hit 5 targets at a time, so they're also very dangerous to those Electro Dragons. Look at these guys pushing their way through with rages. Second freeze spell down on this scatter shot, multi-target Inferno combo. Boom! One more chain lightning and this entire base is gone. Now, when I'm doing E-Dragons, I like to bring a little bit of a cleanup. You'll notice that Lord Kirk did the same thing. They're so slow on the back end of the attack. Even if you annihilate a base, you can still end up with a time fail. So usually what I do is drop one of my loons, bring like 2 minions and an archer, and I call that my cleanup. That way, in case they all stay to one side, that way I can work on getting the other side of the base cleaned up as well. Beautiful example from Lord Kirk here. Now, let's go take a look at our next example. I do want to ×4 it though, because I want to show those 3 stars up on the board, because he just annihilated this Town Hall 13. Guys, this is an interesting base and an interesting plan right here. He's going to bring in heroes to go get this Town Hall. Let's take a look at the overall plan for this base. First of all, those heroes are going to be responsible for taking out this Town Hall. We saw it done on the last attack with the Yeti Bomb. This time, the heroes are going to be responsible for it. Then we're going to see a Stone Slammer come right in here, path to the Archer Tower, and then in there to the Grand Warden platform, and really just continue to take out this whole section of the base, leaving a nice little funnel on this side for the Electro Dragons. Now, over here, we have some pretty clear pathing as far as distance, so if we target the Royal Champion, like right at this Wizard Tower, you're pretty well guaranteed he's going to go to this cannon next, and then move in to this air defense, and couple that with the ability, he should be able to take out the majority of this whole section right here, and that leaves just with like maybe a wizard or baby dragon or a couple minions. You could also easily take out these buildings right out here, leaving a very nice path in for the Electro Dragons. Now we take a look at the sweepers. Once again, they're both pointing in the same direction, but this one right down here is kind of facing a little bit on the entryway, but the reason it's not a big deal is look at the freeze value right here. That sweeper, even if it was facing in this direction, you could easily freeze it with enough other value, an air defense and an Eagle Artillery, that it would still be worth it to come in against a sweeper. If you're going to come in and freeze only a sweeper with no other value, that's not the best value for your freeze. Look at this right here. Look at this other freeze value. You can get 2 scatter shots and multi-target Inferno with the same freeze right there, so we got some monster freeze value. And then of course you got to look for chain pathing. Buildings that have 1 or less tile between them can be easily chained through, and we see quite a lot of that in this base. Boom, we got chains over here. We've got nice chains to all these backside air defenses in there, so very good candidate for an Electro Dragon attack. Here we go. We're going to watch Shasso get this one done now. Those heroes popping their abilities. He also had a ton of Teslas over there. Royal Champion over there trying to protect that Town Hall. Freeze spell is going to help him make sure he gets that down. And watch this queen. She decides to forget about the Town Hall and chase the Barbarian King into a ton of damage, almost ruining that Town Hall Sui entirely. Luckily, she turns around and gets it right before it goes off and kills her. So he does get the Town Hall down, even though his queen was not making good life choices. Here we go. We got the Royal Champion coming in on this side. Let's see that pathing right there to the cannon. Already pops that ability. Going to grab last couple defenses in there. Sure enough, Baby Dragon on the top is going to solidify that side of the funnel. Now we're going to see that Stone Slammer come in on the left-hand side right after those E-Dragons get dropped down into the base. There's the E-Dragons with loons out in front to soak up Seeking Air Mines. Nice early Grand Warden ability there. He plans on taking a lot of damage pretty soon, so he pops that Warden maybe a little bit earlier than I would have on this one. Stone Slammer's going to take care of the other side of that funnel, and let's watch them moving through this base. He missed that freeze a little bit. Could have also got that air defense. Could have also gotten that air defense and some good value there, but that's all right. He's going to get these freezes right on this backside scatter shots right here. We got E-Dragons coming into him. Want to rage them up into that section and then freeze those double scatter shots, because that is a massive, massive amount of damage those scatter shots can put out. Look at them. Boom, they're hitting like a group of 3 E-Dragons right there, doing a ton of damage. We've got a tornado trap on the backside, rage leading into the back little section of the base. This E-Drag's going to go down to that air defense. We just need a couple E-Drags to get a chain right here to get that air defense. There we go. They got to get their shot off. That Baby Dragon was hitting buildings before the E-Dragons could even get a shot off. That happens if they're paired up with dragons or baby dragons or something like that. E-Dragons are so slow to get their shot off. A lot of times the dragons or baby dragons will actually take down the building before you even get to it. But guys, look at these things here, and that's the sort of things you're going to look for when using Electro Dragons. Especially if you're up against an enemy that's running a lot of ground expos, because air's not that strong of an attack right now. And, you know, that's the reason why we're seeing such a resurgence of Electro Dragon attacks. Everybody's running Ice Golem CCs, they're running Hound CCs that E-Dragons aren't even going to trigger. So if you keep your heroes away from them, you won't even have to deal with that CC. Also, we got a bunch of ground expos in the game right now, which means E-Dragons are making a comeback in this meta. On the left side of your screen, there's a link to my Town Hall 13 attacks playlist. Got a lot of other great attack strategies in there for you. Be sure to check that out. Middle of the screen's a button to subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells, and I'll see you in the next video.